Hi, this is Tamika with Patience Pumpkin Pie, and I'm here with a monthly Plan With Me video in my content/fitness Bujo planner. So again, I use this planner for my content planning and for fitness and meal tracking, and I'm only sharing videos for the monthly setups right now. I was putting in a lot of time and effort over the years doing weekly spreads for both of them, and they had separate planners for them, and it just wasn't breaking in the views, and it just didn't seem like it was worth the time and the effort for me. So that's why I changed that around. So the theme I'm going with for the month is this Pretty Posy theme from Planners Anonymous. They came out with a Pretty Posy kit, and then some years later they did a Pretty Posy 2.0, and so I'm just kind of using the combination of the two. I have some washi tapes here and some other little tidbits that I'm gonna add in. So let's go ahead and get started. I thought about doing Dutch doors at first, then I remembered how I actually set up my what am I trying to say? How I actually set up my calendar section, and that wasn't going to work. So with some more pre-planning, I could possibly get that to go the way I want it, but I didn't pre-plan it enough. So I'm going to take this girl, and I'm going to add her on here, and then I'm going to end up drawing some lines on here just to kind of journal. This was from the 2.0 version, so it has an adhesive backing on it. I'm gonna just add some more just to make sure it sticks well. Yeah, so I just want to make sure it sticks very well. I'm just gonna center it up here and then put it as close to the top as I can. That's not centered at all. Nope. Not like I want it to be. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and then I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to draw in some lines. And I learned a little trick recently that putting my ruler into the spine here helps me do things pretty straight. So that's nice that I realized that. So I have a micron, pigment micron here. And let's just do this. And try to put these lines as straight as I can. I'm trying. I don't know that I'm leaving myself a lot of space in between them, though. That could end up being an issue. I was leaving more space. I think that one was a little crooked. And I feel like my lines are getting shorter and shorter over here off to the side. So let's extend those a little bit. Okay, that's gonna do it. Okay, let me see. Was there anything small I could put on here? I could put a little bee. Let's put a little bee right there. And then we'll put this floral. Right there. Okay, so that's that. And that is all going to go in this little what do you call it, boys and girls? Pocket. And that's what you call it, a pocket. So okay, I got glue there and I don't want glue there. Okay. Let's remove that. Let's see where we want to place this. I think we'll put it right about here. Kind of want to move it over just a little bit, but I'm afraid I'm going to get glue everywhere. Let's try it again. Okay. All right. Oh, I think I put it too high up. Actually, I did. Crap. Okay, here we go. Moving it again. Moving it again. Let's move it down. And then press it back down. Okay. Okay, that's better. So I can pull that out and then just journal something about the month there. All right, so that's good. All right, and I think I'm gonna put some of the washi tape down. Hold on, y'all. I think this is okay. Okay. I think I got it down the way I want. Oh, I hate when that happens. The roll rips on you when you least expect it. Okay, let's fix this. Okay. All right. I'm going to put washi all down the bottom here. And alrighty, and then let's put some washi tape down on this side as well. Am I in frame? Yeah, I'm in frame. Okay, just making sure. Alright, and I think I want to put the ombre one up here. Now let's trim it over here. All right, so our washi's down. So that's taken care of. And then let me try to remember what I was going to do on this side over here. I know I wanted to use this and this. Okay. And then I was going to use this. I'm going to try to center this as well. So that feels centered. Okay, and then I'm going to put this March sticker. On there. Okie dokie. And then we're going to put the bike down. I can't remember if this one has adhesive backing on it. This might be from the first version of the kit. Yeah, it must be from the first version because this one doesn't have the backing on it. I'm going to try to do the edges here in my hand so it's not all over my page. That's what will happen. It will get all over my page. And I don't want that. Okay. Okay. Let's do the bike right there. Okay, and then this, I'm going to rip the paper. And then we're going to add that on. So let's put nice, 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 nice. Okay. Let me see, is there anything else I wanted to add here? Well, let me see. I have this book here. Let's see if there's anything else. And I think I'm gonna add these seed packets, these small ones here. Okay, so I'm just gonna all right, so that's gonna be it for our cover pages here. I feel like there's something else that needs to go on this page, but I kind of want this to be like the spotlight. So I'm not sure. I wonder how these would look going up the page. No, I'm not going to add anything else on this page. I think I'm just going to leave this page as it is. I think I'm going to leave that. That's just one other thing I want to check back here. I'm going to take this noteworthy sticker and I'm going to put it on here to jot down something noteworthy for the month. All right. I think that's going to be it for our cover pages here. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and turn to the next page here, and this is where my content planning calendar goes. And I think I'm gonna end up having space to put something right here. So let's go ahead and, in the words of Pee Wee Herman, connect the dots, la 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 la. I love Pee Wee Herman. I really, really did. I loved watching his show as a kid. How many of you watched Pee Wee Herman as a kid? I did, and I loved it. Some of you may be too young to remember it. Whoops. Okay. Let me do this here. I know where to stop my lines. So this month is the month of spring. Anybody ready for that? I am. I'm a summer person, but I'll take spring over winter. Not that we really get a winter here, but I don't like any cold weather at all. I don't care if it's just a little bit. I don't like it. We had a few cold days. I'd say we probably had about almost a good 2 weeks of cold. I don't like it. Like, you can keep that crap. That's why I stay in Texas. That's why I stay in the part of Texas that I'm in. I have no desire really to move anywhere because I can't be anywhere where it rains all the time or where there's a true winter. So I choose to stay right here where I'm going to enjoy some sunny, warm weather. And that is just my absolute preference. I am anemic. I'm always cold. I don't need to be any colder than I already am. And if I'm hot, something's wrong. I'm usually hot when I'm mad. But otherwise, So while that is drying over there, I'm going to go ahead and do my lines that I need over here on this side. Over here, I put a to-do list. And that to-do list has to do with my content planning and my fitness and meal tracking. I just do one large to-do list and put everything in there. And it's like a running to-do list for the month. So I can add to it as I need, check off things as they are completed. And that's how I handle that. Then I have a priorities list. And I have a section for my stats. I decided, I mean, although I might look at my number of subscribers and views daily, only because I am sometimes checking this YouTube Studio app, I try not to focus too much on it and not to dwell on it. And I said I was not going to just track it every day. I would track it every month, because I have literally sat and watched my subscribers, and it happened the other day. I lost a subscriber, and then within a few hours, the count went right back up. And it's just strange. And I know once I get like quite a few at one time, they will quickly dwindle back down and usually go below what they were when I got them. And they will slowly go back up, usually within a week or two. It's like YouTube wants to verify that all my stats are real. I mean, all of my subscribers are real or something. I don't know. It's annoying. And apparently it doesn't happen to too many other people, because every time I ask somebody about it, they act like it doesn't happen to them. So it pisses me off. That happens to me all the time. All right, so we're going to get some stuff to date this here. I'm going to use these, and with the magic of video, you will come back and it will be all dated. Okay, I've got all the dates down. I'm going to go in here because I think there are some days of the week back here that I can use. There are. I don't know that they're too long. So let's just see. They may not be too long, but I don't know. Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of my weekly page. This does not go here. This goes up here. I think I might be okay with these. Where's Sunday? Doesn't want to get my other tweezers. That one doesn't want to come off the page. Okay. I'm glad I am getting use out of my stuff, y'all. Y'all don't even know how happy I am. Because then I just keep buying more stuff. And then I'm like, girl, you don't even have room for the stuff that you have now. And you purchasing more things? Like, are you crazy? Yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Maybe just a tad. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna just burnish that down a little bit. Okay, so that's all down. I was hoping there was a to-do here, and then I could... There's not a to-do. What can I use instead of to-do? I have a this week, but this is really for the month. I think I'm going to put remember here. I'm going to put focus here for my priorities. I have note. I'm going to put note to self here. And then I guess I will just, I'm gonna put keep going there since this is from my stats. All right, where's my pencil? So I can erase what I have already. Erase my pencil marks. And they're usually just in the corners on this page. And they were mainly along the top over here. Priorities to do. Okay, so I think I said I was going to put important or remember. Which one did I say I was going to put there? Let's do remember, since it's a to-do list. So it's things that I need to remember to do. That way I could use some of these, and then we'll use, I used goals last time, but I think I'm going to use this keep going. Because I'm pretty much where I need to be to get monetized in terms of subscribers. I just need my watch hours to increase, and for whatever reason that's not happening, and that is the most frustrating thing. So if you would like to help me in that quest, I would love for you to sit and watch a playlist. Maybe you're new to the channel. Watch a playlist. That would really be beneficial to me, and I would really, really appreciate that. I remember some years ago, myself and some of my planner friends, we all had small channels, and we're trying to, you know, help each other grow and try to incorporate some of the larger channels. And unfortunately, that doesn't always work. The larger channels are not always interested in helping somebody else get to where they are. Yeah, they're not always interested in that. But we were trying to help each other out. And one thing I've noticed is that when I start supporting a channel, and I don't care what channel, especially if that starts supporting a small channel, what usually ends up happening is I will sit there and I'll be supporting that channel. I'll be watching all their videos and what have you, and that channel will grow and my channel will just stay exactly where it's at. And I'm just like, that has happened to me several times. I've watched other people that were way behind me, and I start supporting those channels, and they just swoop. And I'm like, oh my word, how is this even happening? But kudos to them. But it's very frustrating when you know you're putting in just as much work yourself, and you're not getting what you want out of it. So, but I can only do so much. I mean, I can't say that it's beyond my control, but I'm trying to do what I can. Let me see. But I just feel like whatever I'm doing is not enough, and it's frustrating. That's why I cut back on so many of my videos for this year. And I was like, I'm not going to keep putting in all that time and effort for what? Like, I'm not. And some people are like, oh, don't give up. It's not that I'm giving up completely. I started to this year. I started to not even continue with this channel. But I went ahead and was like, no, I'm going to go ahead and do it, you know. But it is frustrating. I'm not going to even lie to you. I'm not going to even lie to you. It's just like, I don't know. No words. All right, so I think that's all I'm gonna do on this page, other than some washi across the bottom. So I'll just put some of this ombre washi. And I love that they have a simplistic washi tape and then some decorative ones. I think when they first started out, like all of the washi used to be pretty decorative. and they started putting in at least one simple one, because the only problem with the decorative ones is you more than likely have to use them with the rest of the kit, unless you can find something else to use them with, but a lot of times you're using them with the kit. I was out of frame a little bit there, I apologize, but I was mainly working on this page here. All right, so here is my calendar page, and my planning page here, and then I do a week on a page. So I'm only gonna put together this 1 week here, just 1 week, and then this page, the way this is gonna end up, that's how every page ends up for the weekly pages. So again, with the power of editing, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have all of this already on the page. Okay, so that is done. We're going to add some dates on here. I know that these are going to be too big, and the ones that come in the weekly sections are going to be too big. So I'm going to just go to my Mojo Jojo Plans dated book, and we will pull some dates from here. Let's do orange because it's not like we use orange often. So let's do that. Okay, there's Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, Friday. Saturday and Sunday. Okay. So let's write breakfast. And I'm gonna be very transparent. I have not been good at tracking my food in the last couple of weeks. I have not. I tracked it so well when I was on that fast for those 3 weeks, and then I just kind of stopped tracking it. Not intentionally, just, but I'm gonna try and do better starting this week. Here's a section for meal ideas, which I'm definitely needing more of, because that will help me eat better if I have a better idea of what I'm actually going to eat. So I'm gonna put some trackers here. Move this out of the way. So there are trackers throughout the book here. So we're gonna grab some of these. I'm gonna grab these two, and I'm gonna grab one of these here. And I usually do the three trackers. Okay, so we track water, movement. So what I do here is that I drink some water, because I'm gonna be honest again, I'm not quite at the amount of water I should be drinking every day. Right now, am I getting any water at all? I'm happy if I'm getting any water at all. So if I drink at least one 16, 20 ounce bottle of water, that's a plus for me. Then movement, am I meeting all my steps every day? Or did I work out? Or both? And then mood. And so I track my mood here, and then I take it and transfer it into my classic size planner as well. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna use the orange here. Let's use the yellow. Hope I'm in frame. Let's use the yellow. The lines here. But yeah, I'm hoping to do a lot better with my meals. It was recommended to me to try some beef bacon. I've never had beef bacon before. I've not had bacon in close to 20 years since I stopped eating pork. And so I'm gonna find me some beef bacon. That wasn't any particular brand that was recommended, but I was told you go with beef bacon, you will not want to go back. But I don't eat pork anyway, so it's not like there would be anything for me to want to go back to. I haven't eaten it in years. Okay. Now let's put something decorative down here just to finish out this page. And that's a good idea, a little bouquet right there. You know what? I think I'm gonna do some bees. Let's do this. And then I have this washi. It's thick washi. Let's see if we can't get some of it on the page. Oh, why do I keep ripping the washi tape? It's because I haven't used these in a while, and that's something that can tend to happen when you haven't used washi. It's kind of the same like when you haven't worn a pair of shoes and they just kind of sit for a while. So it's something to think about when it comes to your washi tape. So what I'm going to do is, because I covered up that sticker just a tad, I'm going to lift the washi up, lift the sticker up, and do this here. Okay. Okay, so that's gonna do it for that page. All right, very simple the way I've been doing things lately. Very, very simple. Like, no joke. Very, very simple. Let's just highlight every other line here. And then I didn't even highlight those lines properly. I surely did not. That's okay. We're gonna go with it. I don't know what I was doing. Je ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas. I got a little carried away talking and doing that at the same time, I think is what happened there. And then we'll use orange for these other boxes. It is okay to make mistakes in your planner. I can tell when I'm watching some people's videos that they're losing their freaking minds because they've done a mistake. And to those people, and they know who they are, it is okay. You're going to be just fine. Like, some of them you can tell. There used to be one person, and I'm not going to say any names, but they used to be so bad about it that they would quickly end their videos. And it was very obvious. And I don't know if they realized how obvious it was, but it was obvious that they would quickly end their videos if they didn't like the way their spread was going. I'm a person that pays attention to everything. And so there's a lot that I can read into just by watching people's videos online. So yeah, I didn't have room for this. I kind of wanted to put this, but I don't think it would be perfect to put it on this page because that's where we have the beads, but I don't have space for it. I was going to cut around it too and put it on here, but we don't have the space, so we're not going to bother. Okay. And then I also wanted to kind of stack these, but considering that all of my pages will be like this one, I will not have any room for any large stickers. I might be able to add small things like this. I always have enough space down here at the bottom for something decorative. And then I have a lot of things I could put in here. So like even on one page, I could put the rain boots and the garden boots and the handkerchief, you know, or the garden boots and the spade, things like that. The wheelbarrow can go on a page, and those little garden tools, or the potter plant. So there are some small items that I can put. I can do bees in the honey jars on another week with the honey sticks. So those are just some things that I'm able to do with the little space that I always have available at the bottom. I wonder if I could incorporate some minis somewhere. Doesn't quite look like it, but that would have been nice. But at least I'm getting some use out of my stickers. All right, so let's just do one final flip through here. So again, this is my March setup in my content/fitness Bujo journal. I took the Planners Anonymous Pretty Posy and Pretty Posy 2.0 kits and used them. Here I took one of the adhesive die cuts and I added her on a piece of scrap paper from the kit. Added a few stickers on there, and I use the little pouch from one of the kits, glued that in, and just added some lines so I can journal something once the month is over. And here's our cover page here. Usually I put a quote. That's what I didn't put down. Okay, I know I said I was done, but I usually put quotes down. And let me see if I have some of the big spring quotes left in here. That's summer. Okay, we can put Hello Spring. That's one we can do. And then spring is in the air. April showers bring May flowers. Let's see, anything else? Another Hello Spring. Let's put spring is in the air. So at least get some use of some other items here. So spring is in the air. All right, so let's burnish that down, burnish that down. All right, so we are done, and I think this turned out really good. So cover page, calendar page for my content, my planning page, and my first week for meal tracking. So comment below, let me know what you think. Do you have any personal fitness health goals for the month of March? Mine is to utilize my multivitamins daily, which is very hard for me to do. Utilize my collagen powder at least twice a week, and get back into working out and using my walking pad when I'm not working out. So those are my monthly fitness goals. And my monthly content planning goals, just to get my watch time and get monetized. So we're in the 3rd month here, which is gonna finish out this 1st quarter. And I kind of promise I'm not going to do this another year without being monetized. Like, I'm sorry. It's just a lot of time and effort in addition to working a full-time job. And it needs to be a payoff for me. It needs to be giving me what I need it to get. But comment below. Let me know what your goals are. Also, guys, don't forget to slay, subscribe, like, and accept the alerts so you don't miss any videos. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.